What's up,
What
y'all?
is going on? Oh
Spinny, you
yeah,
got the
we're
juice
back.
today.
Yeah, we
You got
do.
the
We're
juice.
ready to go. It's been a long one. I've been kind of had a crazy wild day. So but yeah, we gotta keep this energy up or we're gonna lose it. So we gotta roll
Episode
today.
87. I think you know who I'm going to shout out.
Do I? I don't really.
Chase, help Spinny out here.
TJ
Episode
Hawkinson.
87. Spin. Come on, man.
DJ Hawkinson?
Well, duh. He's the Minnesota Viking.
That's what I said.
Uh
Oh, my God. He doesn't even know our own players, Chase. Can you believe this?
oh
This
come
is
on.
outrageous. I had another.
Nah.
I actually had two. What was the second
I,
one?
I have another one as well. I mean, it better
What
be
is
the
it?
Rob Gronkowski episode, the Gronk ep.
Nah, we ain't shouting out Gronk. Hell no.
What?
Hell
What are
no.
you talking about? Why not?
The greatest tight end of all time is still playing.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but Gronk's still awesome. Still like a
Miss,
top five
miss,
tight end of all time.
we're calling this the Mr. Swift episode.
Oh no.
Oh
Travis
no,
Kelsey, huh?
we all know he'll.
We got another Hall of Fame wide receiver to wear this number as well.
No, we don't care.
Pretty
We
sure
only
this
care about
guy's in a
Hopkins.
Hall of Fame.
We only
Might
care
not
about
be, but I
Hopkins.
think he is. You don't care about Reggie Wayne? Your boy? Your boy Reggie Wayne?
No, we
What?
moved on. We're moved
No,
on from that.
we're moved on from Reggie Wayne or
No more
Jordy
Reggie Wayne.
Nelson too. Jordy
We only
Nelson.
talk. We only talk about Marvin Harrison. That's it.
Well,
And his
Reggie
son.
Wayne. Let's get it.
All right. On that note, Spinny, let's get after it, man.
Let's do it. Oh, I should probably play the music now, huh? That's the spot for this. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah.
Spinny really got the juice today, man. I wish y'all could have seen what he was doing
Bus
during
is
that
a
little break
hater
right there.
today. Bus is a
I know, I'm not hating. I love the energy.
hater.
I love the energy.
I'm
Keep that energy
excited.
high.
We got these fresh NBA questions that I haven't even heard yet on the
That's what
docket.
I'm
Let's go.
saying.
These are the fun apps for me. Let's get it.
That's what I'm saying. We're doing the mailbag segment again. Spinny and I had way too much fun the first time, so we got to run it back. This is a little mid-season mailbag as we are approaching the middle of the season. We're 40 games in, I believe. Most teams are about 40 games in, so right around that halfway mark. Chase, our wonderful guest, you brought some questions that you were going to ask, right? Why don't you let us off?
I did. All right. So I got some Timberwolves questions here. Obviously, I'm a little biased, being my favorite team here, but these are all honestly things that I believe should happen. But I would just like to hear your guys' thoughts here. First off, do you guys think that all three Timberwolves players will be all-stars this year? Obviously, and Ant, Rudy, and Cat.
That's the first question. No, it's just
No shot.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw three All-Stars from the same team. Like the Celtics, as good of a team they were last year, they only had two. You know what I mean? So
The
there's just too
Warriors.
much talent. There's too much talent across the NBA. Yeah, I suppose the Warriors did have three, but that team went 73-9. Like, what are you gonna do? So I do think, unfortunately, one of Cat or Rudy is gonna get snubbed this year.
Yeah, because Ant's definitely in. He's a
Ant's in.
lock. And I think there's a chance Cat's the one that gets snubbed because of how transformative Rudy's been on the defensive end compared to last
Right.
year.
I agree. I agree with that. Which
Yeah,
is
that
wild because Cat's out here shooting damn near 50, 40, 90 splits right now
Yeah.
as a second option, which is absurd.
Yeah,
Right.
He could be doing better from the production, like straight production department, like 21.8.
Right.
I think if it was in the 24 to 25 range we were talking about, then it'd be a different conversation also.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was also going to kind of ask you which two do you think would get in, and you kind of already answered that with Rudy, which I think is deserving. I don't know how you can be really the favorite to win DPOY currently and not be an all-star on the number, especially when you're the number one team in your division or conference. So,
yeah, we're the number one team. We better get 2 all-stars. I'm gonna be really pissed if we don't.
I would not be surprised if we only get 1 all-star, which
for sure. That would not surprise me either. But I don't know. I'm with you. I think we're all in the same boat here. It needs to be Ant and Rudy. Unfortunately, Cat is probably getting left off. But that's how it is. I mean, think about it. In the West, we got. I know he's probably not doing that well this year. He's not going to make it likely, but you still got like guys like Jaren Jackson. And then you got the obvious names, Jokic, Sabonis, Anthony Davis has been absolutely killing it this year. There's too many bigs, man. There's just too many.
I was looking at the list today too, and it was hard to argue, but there was a couple names on there that you could make an argument for. But all right, second question here. Do you guys think that Chris Finch will coach the Western Conference for the All-Star game?
Don't they just do the finals team from the year before, or they actually do they actually choose like I can't remember how they choose that.
They choose, I believe, for the most part of the current
season.
Yep.
Then yes, he should. I mean, we have the best record in the West we have since November 16th, I believe.
2 months, today.
It'd be ludicrous not to have him, right? Like, I mean, I'm trying to be non-biased answering these Wolves questions, but to me, it's obvious he should be the coach.
I think the main argument was the Thunder coach.
He's got a case too. Yeah, they're so young. No one really expected them to make that leap this soon. And a lot of that has to do with Dagenhall and how he's got them boys ready to go every night. So it's tough. I mean, I guess that would be the only one I'd be okay with. If it's not Finch, it better be Dagenhall. Otherwise, I'm going to actually be mad because those are the 2 most deserving for sure. Spinny, what are you thinking, man?
Yeah, it sounds like so the head coach of the All-Star game is the head coach of the team with the best record in their conference. The only issue is there's a rule that if you have it can't be for consecutive seasons. So the coach with the next best record gets it. It's the Pat Riley rule, because he was the coach 8 times in a row from 1982 to 1990.
Was he really? Holy
yeah.
So the Magic Kareem Lakers,
yeah, 8 times in 9 seasons. So yeah, they made that rule so you couldn't have it in consecutive seasons, and it goes back. So it would be Finch if records hold.
Well,
that's good. That's awesome.
All right, last little quick one here. Do you guys think Rudy? I don't know which sports book. I think it was FanDuel, but I know there's multiple. But he was the favorite to win DPOY. Do you think he will end up winning the DPOY?
If everything's like stands how it is today, yes. Halfway through the season, he is DPOY. If he repeats this type of performance in the second half, yes, will be top 2 seed, I'd imagine for sure in the West. And defensively, it's all because of him, right? So like, I'm trying to think of other names on top of my head that could make a push the second half of the season. Spinny, you got any?
I was wondering, is there anyone you could see coming in at late here and stealing it?
I mean, low-key Victor, honestly.
That's what I was thinking too, because
Bro's got 3.5 that comes in. Yeah. Brook Lopez still second in blocks in the league. And has been a consistent piece. Kind of got screwed last year, so I think he's in. What? Brook Lopez deserves it.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
Last year,
how many blocks does this guy have to get?
Last year, he was the third best defender on his team. Third best defender on his team, and you think he should have won DPOY last year?
Now he's the second best defender on his team. So
he still shouldn't win. He should not even be ahead of Giannis. Like, what are we talking about here?
And then Anthony Davis, right? Anthony Davis, I think, has got to be another name. But yeah. So I think there's a good chance that Rudy wins it if he can keep up what he is, though. Those guys are all behind him, I would say, currently.
I mean, if we're
that'd be 3 for Rudy.
4.
I think it'd be
4. 3.
I think you're ready.
So,
3,
that's the other thing is that That'll definitely play a factor, I feel like, if it's close. So he's definitely got to maintain the lead he has right now. Because, like,
Right.
for DPOYs, I know it shouldn't work like this, but it definitely does. Like, they
Voter
definitely, that's
fatigue is a
part of the
thing, for sure.
conversation. Yeah. So,
Yeah, realistically though, it's AD, I guess, has the best chance of dethroning Rudy. Wemby, yeah, he's going to be put up these ridiculous block numbers this season, but his team is just too bad, and so the impact doesn't really, his defensive impact isn't affecting winning the same as Rudy. Obviously, so many other pieces go along with that, but those are just my thoughts in that regard. Let's jump to this next question. If you're the Thunder, this is from Buck Waller. If you're the Thunder, would you trade some picks for another star and go after it this season, or ride it out with your current roster?
I'm still like, there's a very few number of guys I really want on that team. Number one, because like I want to see what SGA is in the playoffs. I want to see what Giddy is in the playoffs. I want to see what Chet is in the playoffs. And
Jalen
once
Williams,
like
don't
and
forget.
Jalen Williams. And so like once I kind of see that, I feel like that'll give you an idea the one you want to trade. And then you package that one with some picks for one of those major guys. But again, who's really available that you would want? Like, I think they're going to be picky. Like, if you're going to trade picks and one of those guys, which I think you have to just with the amount of touches players need to get, then, you're only looking at one of those top 10, 12 guys in the league that you actually want.
Yeah, I agree with you, Spinny. It's I hope I'm not butchering this. Is it Sam Presti is their GM?
Yeah.
Okay. He's obviously shown patience and wanting to acquire all these first round picks. I don't think he's just going to make some big splash. He already has arguably a top 10 player in the league on his team in Shea. So
arguably top 5.
Right. So it's like you already do have that superstar. You do have Chet, who is showing that he can be a factor on both ends, and he's only a rookie. You got all those young pieces. I don't think they have to rush anything. They're is tough as hell. I think you ride it out this year, maybe make a small move or something like that. But yeah, wait till this offseason, maybe even next year trade deadline. We'll see who's
Chase
a
cutting
top
out
12 kind of guy.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
I mean, yeah, we can hear you. You're having a little connection issue, but I'm pretty much for the most part with you guys. I know I've been on this pod numerous times saying that Thunder should make a move right now. I've said that 2-3 times, but considering they're this good already with their current roster, you got to just be patient. You got to wait it out. Spinny's point is exactly right. You got to see what actual piece they need to add. Don't be impatient with this. Don't lose picks and acquire somebody that will actually just mess up your team chemistry. Just be patient with it. Ride it out. Who knows? Maybe you guys can make a playoff run without any additional help. You never know.
And like, who becomes available, right? Like a lot of the top guys you're thinking of right now, like Mitchell. Do I want SGA and Mitchell? Is that the combo I really want? I don't know. I don't know how I love that fit. Like De'Aaron Fox potential to come available, Trae Young, but those are all the same guys as SGA. So like,
well, and I'm thinking more along because I've always said they need another big, right? They need a big body. I hate to say this, but like a guy like Cat, right? We wouldn't trade Cat during the season. It would have to come in the summer. Yeah. So like most of the good players like that aren't going to be available during the season. They won't be available till the offseason. So that's another reason why they need to be patient. Second question from Buck. This one's funny. Be a little quick hitter here. I hope you guys all saw that video of Westbrook talking shit to that fan and told him to come down to the court. And he did. Did you guys see that video?
I did.
So Buck is wondering, would you fight Russell Westbrook even though he's not the one?
That was a Minnesota fan too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was during the Minnesota game. I'll just say it. I will never fight Russell Westbrook. I've always thought that dude was about the business from day one of his career. Like
I want to know how much money I get. Like it would have to be like, how much money would you fight Russell Westbrook for? That's a better question.
Right.
Because there's got to be a monetary value that you could get there. But yeah, I mean, is there NBA? There's not a lot of NBA players I want to fight, though. Really, I mean, let's be
That's what I'm
honest.
saying. But he seems like he's about the business. So like
He's
always
I don't
giving me
think
those vibes.
I don't think he seems like the guy that's just blacking out and just punching you as hard. Like he's got,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like he's just going hard. There's no stopping him. It's like this scary, like, is this guy okay situation? So yeah, I mean, I ain't messing with Russ.
Yeah, no chance. I think Russ is one of those guys who he will not stop until he wins. So I don't like my odds against him. I'm good on that one.
That energy, man, he just be running around you the whole time.
Yeah, Buck, you go ahead, but we're out.
Yeah, we'll let you do that, Buck. All right, hey, shout out these next couple of questions. Shout out the Bethany Lutheran College men's basketball team coming through for me. Let's go. First one here. Shout out to head coach Pat Garvin coming through with the question.
Ooh.
What team currently in the playoffs is most likely to miss the playoffs? And then also vice versa. Team currently not in the playoffs, most likely to make the playoffs. Give me a second to get the NBA standings up so you know.
Yeah, I got it.
Doesn't matter which conference?
Nope.
Okay.
I think Utah misses the playoffs in the West, and so I think
You're saying out of playing even, right? Since they're the 9th seed right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then I think Golden State has the best chance to make it because they're going to figure it out at some point. I think Kuminga's getting playing more. They're giving into their needs, so these guys got to be happy at some level. And Steph still can go nuclear at any moment, at any point. Still top 7 player in the league.
Yeah. I was trying to look at the East here just to maybe get a different.
Yeah, I like that answer a lot, Spinny. I'll say another possibility here is the Bulls. They're sitting at 9. Obviously, there's been all those Levine rumors. If they move on from Levine, which it seems like they will, they're obviously going to trade DeRozan, who's on an expiring deal, sitting 4 games under 500 right now. Yeah, they're likely to continue sliding down that list. Who would replace him in the East, though? That's the big question here. I guess the Nets.
Nets? Question mark? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the
Nets.
Really,
Nets
though,
are the team.
Spinny, I think your answer was the best, in my opinion. That's what I would have gone with, too.
Yeah, I mean, just the most playoff experience. I also think Houston has a shot. Houston would probably be my second highest team because of just Ime's coaching and how they play. So,
yep, no arguments from me. I agree with Spinny here. I think Utah is probably the odd man out in the West there. Just either Houston or Golden State sneaking in, and then in the East, like to Bus's point, who's gonna take Chicago's spot? Brooklyn, maybe they'd have to make a move. Toronto,
man, that bottom of the East is bad. It's bad.
Yeah,
Toronto's the only other team in striking distance, and
right,
they're obviously in rebuild mode.
Right. Also, I guess a hot pick would be like if I'm thinking top 5 seed right now. The Pelicans. I mean, are they actually going to hold up health wise the rest of the season? Like, you know what I mean? So they could easily drop off. Last year they were like damn near the 1 or 2 seed halfway through the season and still fell all the way out. So we've seen this before.
Dallas also is like a Kyrie incident or a Luka injury away from being really bad also. So Dallas is in that combo.
Either one of them goes down, they're in trouble.
But apparently Tim Hardaway scores 40 a game now, so I forgot.
Tim Hardaway is just prime Klay Thompson whenever.
Yeah, literally. Wild.
Unreal. All right. Now, some of my players providing me with questions. Justin Schrupp and Drew Sagadol both asked the same question, actually.
Separately?
Is Pascal... Yeah, separately. They both end up asking the same question. Is Pascal Siakam really worth Bruce Brown plus 3 first-round picks? Second part of the question, what is the Pacers' playoff potential now with Siakam on the roster? I will just go out and say Siakam is not worth three firsts and Bruce Brown. It does make their team better. So from that aspect, it makes sense. I'm just thinking ceiling now with the big three of Hallie, Pascal, and Miles Turner. I mean, you're still not better than you're not even close to the Bucks or Celtics yet, or Sixers for that matter. So that maybe pushes you to the fourth best team in the East. But come
You're still
playoff time,
taking them over Cleveland or New York? I'm not convinced of
no,
that
I'm
either.
saying at best,
Yeah.
they're the
Yeah.
four, and I mean they're not making it out of the second round, even with Siakam on
To
that team.
me, they're the seventh best team, which is right where they sit. I mean, I'm still taking Cleveland. I'm still taking the Knicks, and I'm definitely taking Miami over them in the playoffs as well.
Right.
So, yeah, that's where I think they sit, and I don't think that changed much. It was a bit of an overpay. I just wonder what they're doing because I don't
gotta
think
be extending them, then.
Yeah, they got to be, but like I don't think Siakam long term is a 2 on a championship team. They could potentially be a 3. So then you're trying to turn Mathurin into your 2, or like trade him and Turner and some more picks for a 2. So it's just like I'm just curious what the like construction of the team idea is, but yeah, I don't think it's horrible.
Yeah. To answer the question just right away, no, I don't think he's worth 3 first-round picks. In some ways, I feel like this might be kind of like our Rudy Gobert situation. They're just taking their big shot now. Maybe it might be too early. To Boss's point, you have to think he's kind of hinted that he's going to re-sign with them. Otherwise, I don't know why you did that. I did see some tweet today that mentioned that Pascal had said something to Miles Turner at some point. I don't know in the past years, but that he was like the perfect stretch five. Yeah, the perfect stretch 5 to play for. So, I mean, I don't know. Halliburton has obviously been a fun player to play with, it seems like. And I don't know. They're trying to build something there. They're maybe just taking their shot, but I don't know. I don't know if Pascal is he's definitely not worth 3 first-round picks. I don't really worry about the Bruce Brown stuff. I think that they paid him the bag, probably thinking they weren't going to.
Yeah, that's just salary matching for sure.
Yeah, like just they wanted to get off that contract anyways. I don't think they care about that. It's more of the 3 first, obviously, but we'll see. I don't know. Well, I mean, they could make a little run here in the East. The East isn't stacked, so.
I mean, I get it. I guess like, what are the details of these first round picks? You know what I mean? I don't think any of us really are aware what picks they sent. You know, they could be other teams' picks that are going to be late anyways. You know what I mean? So for a team that's wanting to win with a young guy, adding a player with championship experience, like let's not forget Siakam was a 2A, 2B option on a championship team.
True.
I can understand it, honestly. I understand it, but like I said, he's not worth that much, in my opinion. Next question from Jax Madsen, also on my team. Do you think the Clippers are the scariest team in the West when fully healthy? Chase, what do you think?
No. They do scare me a little bit, obviously, because I do think Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, when healthy and locked in the playoffs, are scary. Obviously, they have James Harden, Russell Westbrook, a lot of Hall of Famers on that team. Obviously, I just was talking shit the other night about Norman Powell. He was cooking us. Apparently, he's still good. So they're obviously good, and they're a team I probably don't want to face in the playoffs, but I feel like there's scarier teams to play. I'm not really too worried about them, and to be honest, the major asterisk is that.
I'm not saying I disagree with you, but don't just say there are other teams that I'm more scared of without telling me these teams. You got to tell me what teams you're more scared of.
Denver, I'm more scared of. Denver,
I'm worried about. I'm not really worried about OKC, but I'll be honest. You said New Orleans might be that sleeper team that fall out. If they're healthy, I am scared as shit of them in the playoffs.
Not scared of them.
We do not match up well. Zion bullies us every time.
Zion is a bitch.
I agree, but
he is.
Stop.
The rest.
You think hold up? You think his conditioning is gonna last over?
I hope not.
How many straight rounds and games in the playoffs? No, this bro is gonna be gassed. Pelicans, no.
Here's the thing. They are the second or third scariest team to me. because Denver's 1, and then it's probably the Lakers and the Clippers to me in that next tier of scariest teams in the playoffs. Because like I'm not scared of the Kings. Not played well last year, but like still haven't really got past
Not
round
scared
one.
of them.
Not scared of Dallas. Dallas can't figure it out. Can't play a lick of D. It's too ISO in the playoffs. Tiny bit scared just because of Luka. Phoenix, I don't even know if they're going to be together next year. They could be really scary, but they're not even on the list because there's so much crap going on over there. So it's like, yeah, probably a top 2 or 3 scariest team in the West.
I'd say they're 2 for me, if I'm being honest. They're just a matchup nightmare when they're on the offensive end. Like, how the hell are you guarding them with Kawhi at the 4? Now, most of the time in that situation, you'd be like, well, Kawhi, if they're going small, then you can just punch them with big guys. Well, Kawhi can pretty much guard any single player on this earth. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
So him playing the 4 is not a mismatch at all. And then you have Paul George out there. You have James Harden out there. You have Russell Westbrook just flying around, literally just being the energy guy, going for boards and whatever.
Or your other guys, Norman Powell. Or you go Harden, Powell, George, Kawhi.
That's what I'm saying. Powell, another dude with championship experience. Like, he's not
going
to be
a
shooter come playoffs. Yeah.
No.
I will be honest, I am a little bit worried to see what the trade deadline looks like because I feel like we're not going to really make a move, and a lot of these other teams are.
Okay. I was going to say, don't go too in-depth with that because we do have a Wolves deadline question coming up here. General trade deadline question here from Dan Tim. What trades do you want to see happen at the deadline? Second part was the Wolves. What moves, if any, should the Wolves make? I don't know. Want to see happen is probably the wrong way to phrase this. Could see happen is the better way to phrase it. Tyus Jones, obviously, I'd be shocked if the Wizards don't deal him, given how brutal they are. They'll get a decent return for him. Alex Caruso, we're shouting out more Bulls players. We talked about Levine and DeRozan already. If they move on from them, Alex Caruso will be shipped out as well. He's worth at least 1 first, I'd imagine, given his defensive prowess. How about you guys? You guys thinking of any? I mean, those are some guys just off the top of my head.
There's a couple wants. I want DeJounte Murray to be traded. It just seems like it's time.
You just want him off the Hawks? You got a team you would like to see him on?
I mean, I'd like to see him back on the Spurs. Wouldn't that be wild? Get a little George and Connor Fourbook dynasty trade back and forth action.
They need a point guard bad too, actually.
I know. I feel like it could work. Another person is Mikal Bridges. I'd love to see Mikal Bridges partner with somebody on a different team. Now, rumor has it Nets have turned down 4 firsts for him. So
please tell me that's not real. Oh my God.
I
saw the report too. I'm just saying, like, that better be fake. Like, oh my God.
So it would be fun to see him like paired with somebody else on a winning team. I think potentially, like, if Giddey or one of those or Jalen Williams doesn't work out, I think that could be a potential OKC situation.
Is there any chance in hell you guys think they say screw it, say there's no market for DeJounte, and they trade DeJounte to the Lakers for a package that does not include Austin Reeves? Or do you think that's the only way the deal's done?
I think so. Then you're sending like your 2030,
you're
2029,
you're sending the 2029 unprotected first. Yeah. You're sending Rui. You're sending Max Christie, I would assume. And then you're sending
Gabe Vincent.
Or Gabe Vincent, and there's another salary filler in there.
D'Lo, maybe.
D'Lo. There you go. So it'd be D'Lo the first, Rui, for sure. That would be like the main core of the package. No, right?
Yeah,
like, the Hawks
I don't think the Hawks would take that. But the Lakers with DeJounte and Austin Reeves are kind of scary.
That would be nasty.
Yeah.
That would be nasty. God, I'm trying to think of a couple more low-key trades I could see happen. Bruce Brown, I guess.
Low-key.
Bruce Brown, I would imagine, is going to get flipped again.
You think they're going to flip him?
There was already a report that came out today that they're looking to move him. So he's probably getting flipped again. Makes sense from a team that now seems to be tanking. Why would you need a obvious winner of a player and Bruce Brown? Like, you got to get rid of him. He'll get you wins somehow.
One trade I saw floated around. want to say it was from Darren Wolfson, the Minnesota Reporter, but I could be wrong on that, was if Chris Paul got traded to a team and bought out, so it's not technically a trade, but would the Timberwolves be intrigued by that and him be our backup point guard? I think that would be.
Well, I mean, assuming he, will sign for cheap, then yeah, I'll definitely.
Well, yeah, we don't have any money to do anything other than a cheap deal, but he's got to know he's on his last ropes here. So
the only issue I have with that is he going to come in and just like, obviously he's a great leader, so like it's probably not really an issue, but like, is he going to come in and just be like, this is my team, like you guys got to listen to me, I'm the leader here, like demand a starting spot right away, like no way in hell Conley starting over me. Like I could see CP doing all that shit.
Yeah, I could. You'd think he'd be self-aware enough, but I feel like he's
you would hope so at this point of his career. Bro's about to retire any second now, and he has 0 rings.
Right.
I don't love the CP fit, but I can see it. Yeah. A couple of other names. Michael Porter Jr. been floated around a little bit. You think that's? I don't think it's going to happen, but also depth issues. With
that's
some of the stuff they lost.
MPJ is an off-season move. I did.
Yeah, you're right. And then how about Lauri Markkanen? Markkanen to a winning team for something.
The only tough issue with that is the Jazz are starting to win again. So like, are they going to keep trying to send it and sneak in the playoffs? You never know. We're about a month away, a little less than a month away from the deadline. So, just for those who don't know, one last low-key name I'll say is PJ Tucker. He's getting no run on the Clippers, so he's obviously trying to win. I'm sure he's already told them, trade me, please. I did see links with Washington just so they could buy him out. I'm assuming they're just trying to dump salary somewhere. So they'd buy out PJ Tucker, and then he'd go sign to a contender. So that's another name. From my father. What coaches are on the hot seat?
In the NBA?
Yes.
Ooh.
Well, I'll tell you
check
what.
The standings again.
Spinny, we have roasted this man already on this pod.
Ooh.
He is not on the hot seat given the insane contract he was given, but let's be real. Monty Williams needs to be on the hot seat. This is a pathetic start.
You got some talent on that team.
They do.
Yes.
That's why, like, how do they only have 4 wins?
They shouldn't have 4 wins. Jalen Duran is a beast. Cade Cunningham, like, they've got some players on that team.
But, like, it's just not living up to the potential. Cade at 22.8, 7 assists. I mean, I just think there's better for them than this. Jaden Ivey, 14 a game, should be better. Duran's had some ups and downs, have been good, but it's just Asur Thompson been absolutely nowhere to be found. But some injury, a little bit going on there as well. But yeah, not the best showing for Monty.
I could see Chauncey Billups getting canned. He was obviously brought in with Dame still on the team in attempts to try to go somewhere in the playoffs. Now that they're fully rebuilding, I could see them bringing in a new face, especially they're 11-29. Kind of more of a spicy take. Darvin Ham, obviously, there's been how many complaints and issues with his rotations in the Lakers, and they've obviously underperformed so far. And another one along those lines that, just looking at standings here, you got to say Quinn Snyder and the Hawks, right? Everyone thought they'd take a step forward with Quinn there, and now they're sitting here at 17-23 to start the season. So
that was going to be my main Quinn Snyder. How do you not win with that roster? I don't get it. Like,
how about Billy Donovan? 19-23 Bulls. They are in the playoffs, but 19-23, not super hot, and could definitely turn.
And that follows the same point as Chauncey, right? Like he was brought in with DeMar and all these guys there. If you get rid of them, you might as well get rid of the coach too.
Yeah, and how about this? This is going to be interesting to see where y'all fall on this. Steve Kerr.
Oof. I don't think they'd fire him, man. I really don't.
I mean, it's more like Belichick, right? It's the mutual parting ways.
Parting of ways.
Yeah.
I don't think that would happen until the offseason.
I don't think there's any chance that he would ever be fired. There's out of respect. I mean, look what he's done. He's had arguably the greatest dynasty ever. Yeah, I don't think there's any chance. It would be a mutual parting ways. I would love for him to come coach the Timberwolves, but I like what Finchie's doing, so I don't.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
All right, last question is about the Wolves from Spencer Landsteiner. Can the Wolves actually hold the 1 seed in the West the rest of the season? Yes, we can. Why not? As long as
I
we
think
keep
holding the
playing
1 seed is doable.
Yeah, I mean, we also have the second easiest schedule?
I think it was the third. Yeah.
Either way, a top 3 easiest schedule remaining, and we have the best defense in the league. As long as we keep showing up and putting in the effort on that end of the floor, we should win.
Yeah.
Or should hold the 1 seed.
I also think we could win and then lose to Phoenix or Dallas in the first round. But for us holding the 1 seed, I think we got that.
We could. We really could.
I don't know if I really like the number 1 seed pressure, but yeah, to answer the question, I definitely think we can hold on. We might lose it for a couple games here and there.
Yeah, we got to beat the Thunder. We got to be able to beat the Thunder to keep it.
I think, yeah. I'm worried about Denver making a second half run here, but I don't know. They might have that championship fatigue.
All right. Actual
y'all.
last question comes from me. A question we didn't get to ask quite yet. Just quick, 30 seconds of thinking time. Make me an argument for a random player that could be traded at the deadline that's not in trade rumors.
Chase, you got one?
It's probably not likely because you have to think that this franchise thinks of him as the cornerstone, but I'm going with Trae Young. They're clearly rebuilding. See DeJounte Murray rumors left and right. Clint Capella rumors. They obviously already traded John Collins last year or this offseason, whatever. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, Trae's going to get a haul. I think a lot of people think of him as for sure a top 20 player in the league. Probably not quite that top 15, but I don't know. I think he might be a guy that has not been thrown around that could possibly be traded for, the right price. You never know. The Knicks are looking to make a big splash. I don't know if that fit really makes sense, but
I got a spicy one.
Ooh.
One of the Memphis Grizzlies' big 3, Jaren Jackson, Ja, or Desmond Bane. This season seems to be going tank mode here, right? Ja's out for the rest of the season. Bane's out for like 6 weeks right now, I think. I could see him potentially getting a little frisky here and trying to get off some of that money since all 3 of them are on big deals, right? Come the new CBA, which kicks in next year, they're going to be flirting with that luxury tax line just from those 3 players alone. So that's one where I don't think will happen, but never know. That could be a case.
Like that.
All right, now it's time for me to kick y'all asses.
Nah.
Spinny, should I ask first? What do you think?
Ask away.
You guys are just going to love this easy question that I'm giving you because I know both of you are going to get this wrong. What is the record of the men's basketball team at Bethany Lutheran College?
No way. No way you're going to ask me this.
Yes, I am. I said it on the radio this morning, Spinny. That's your fault.
You did?
Yes. It might have been before we started. It might have been before we went on air, but you were in the Zoom when I said it.
What?
Can we know how many?
Wow, you guys are shitty friends, man.
I have a.
You guys are shitty friends.
I have a good answer.
I'm giving no hints. This is an easy question.
All right.
I'm gonna go with 16-4.
I'm gonna say 13-2.
Both wrong. Spinny was damn close. We are 13-3 so far through 16.
Sick.
They're gonna be 16-4.
Sick.
No, we're gonna be 15-3 after this weekend. All right, Spinny, what's your easy question?
Who is second in the NBA in total three-pointers made this year? Steph Curry, number 1. Total three-pointers made this season.
I have an answer.
I have so many names that come to my head. This is not good. Let's go Anthony Edwards.
Malik Beasley.
Paul George is the answer.
Paul George. Really?
Paul George. Steph Curry, 167 threes made. Paul George, 139. Luka, 137.
Luka was my other guess. Ant and
Yep.
Luka were the two. Chase, what's your easy question?
All right. I hope this is easy enough, but which NBA player has, and it's not necessarily active. I actually don't know if they're active or not, but has played for the most NBA franchises.
I got my answer.
You know the answer?
I have an amazing answer. I don't know if it's right, but this guy has played for a zillion teams, so he's definitely top 3.
All right,
Most
I'm going to
franchises
say
he played for.
Vince Carter.
I'm gonna say Ish Smith.
Boss is right. Ish Smith has
yeah.
played for 13 NBA franchises.
13, yeah, that's even more than I thought. I thought it was 12. So
Ish Smith.
He won the
Smith.
championship
Wow,
with the Nuggets.
fellas, 1 total point in that easy round. We suck.
Those were a little harder easy questions.
They were.
I will say.
They were. On to the medium round. There have been 11 rookie QBs to win a playoff game. That number includes CJ Stroud. Other than Stroud and Purdy from last year, obviously, name 2 who have done it. You get a point per. So essentially tell me 2 of the other 9 names.
I saw this fucking tweet the other day, too.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in our lifetime. So
I know one for sure. I have one guaranteed lock.
Spinny, I feel like you need to
I
get
have 2.
last.
I have 2. Okay. I have my 2.
I need a little time here.
Figured Spinny could get this, but I knew it might stump Chase.
I know these are going to be wrong. I do have 2 answers.
All right, let's hear them.
I'm going to go with Deshaun Watson and Lamar Jackson.
Mark Sanchez and oh my gosh. Mark Sanchez is my lock, and then Ben Roethlisberger.
Ding, ding, ding. Spinny, both points. Chase, 0.
Damn.
The list of
Mark Sanchez was the last one, wasn't he?
No, he was not. Pat Hayden in 76, Dieter Brock in 85, Sean King in 99, Aaron Brooks in 2000, Big Ben 2004, Flacco 08, Sanchez 09, TJ Yates 2011, and Russell Wilson 2012. Russell Wilson is the last one, other than Purdy, obviously. 2 points for Spinny.
Sanchez was rookie coach, rookie quarterback combo.
Correct.
Last time that was done. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I always thought Roethlisberger was the one that had the terrible rookie season, but that must have been Manning. The record-wise.
Yeah. Peyton Manning had a brutal rookie year.
All right.
Okay. There have been 3 coaches in modern NFL and NCAA football eras, which is since the 70s, since the Super Bowl was invented, essentially. There have been 3 coaches to win both a Super Bowl and an NCAA championship. Name 2 of them.
This is a medium?
This was all over everything with Jim Harbaugh winning his NCAA championship, because Jim Harbaugh has been to a Super Bowl but has not won one. So
which coach has won an NCAA championship and an NFL championship?
Yep, there is 3. One one for sure in our lifetime, and the other two were, if not, they were close to our lifetime.
Man, this one stumped me. I really don't know.
I know one, I think.
Let's go. I got one for sure. It's not a point per. You're not going to be nice like I was.
I'll give you a point per. That's fine.
Appreciate it. I'm going to get 1 point then. You got guesses, Chase?
I have one.
Three.
One.
I can throw two out.
3, 2, 1.
Go, Chase. Because I know one of mine's right.
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll.
And Bill Belichick. I know that's wrong, but
that was literally what I was going to do too, even though I know no way Bill Belichick won a NCAA.
Yeah.
But Pete Carroll definitely did. There's no way that's wrong.
Pete Carroll is correct. He was the one in our lifetime. The other ones are Jimmy Johnson, famous Dallas Cowboys scout, Miami, and with Dallas. And the other one is Barry Switzer. Barry Switzer won an NCAA championship with Oklahoma or Oklahoma State. Can't remember. I think Oklahoma. And then when Jimmy Johnson got fired after the one in between year when Dallas didn't win the Super Bowl, Barry Switzer got hired by Dallas and won the Super Bowl immediately with that same team with Aikman and Irving and Emmett. 3 coaches to win the Super Bowl and the championship.
Jimmy Johnson. Huh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right, Chase, what's your medium question?
All right. So I kind of have a similar theme to my first question here, but which player has played for the most MLB franchises?
In our lifetime?
Yeah, it's in our lifetime.
Most MLB franchises.
I gotta guess, but
honestly, low key, I feel like I've seen this before too, but now I'm drawing a blank on who the hell it is. Oh man. This is gonna irritate me when you tell me the name.
I'm just gonna say Randy Johnson.
Bus?
I'll go Craig Kimbrell. Neither of those are right.
Yeah,
it's a position. It's a batter.
Nope, it is a pitcher. It's
really.
Yep, Edwin Jackson.
Who the hell is Edwin Jackson?
You guys know who Edwin? You know who Edwin Jackson is?
No, I don't.
Obviously, he played for a lot of teams, but he played for the Tigers for quite a while. The Diamondbacks.
03 to 2019.
Yeah, okay. So he was definitely in our, I remember watching him.
Somehow I don't remember this dude at all.
Yeah, holy shit.
What? I'm just looking at his Wikipedia. What is this? Dodgers, Rays, Tigers, Diamondbacks, White Sox, Cardinals, Nationals, Cubs, Braves, Marlins, Padres, Orioles, Nationals, Athletics, Blue Jays, retired a Tiger. What?
Look, you have to look it up. Did he throw a no-hitter? Because I think he did.
Pitched a no-hitter on June 25th, 2010.
Yep.
For World Series.
Who? I think it was Series champion. He pitched a no for the White Sox.
Yep.
Was an all-star for the Tigers and won a World Series with the Cardinals.
Wild. Well, that's a wild career. We love that.
Career. All right, hard round. Here we go. What team leads the NBA? What team leads the NBA in true shooting percentage? Think about who be making shots.
I got it. I got a team. Got my pick.
I have a team.
I'm gonna go with the Pacers.
They were my second choice. I was gonna go with the Kings.
Neither of you are correct. This team is led by point guard who shoots over 50% on 30
The
points per
Thunder?
game. The Thunder are the highest true
Jeez.
shooting percentage team in the NBA.
What scores do we got here?
Me and you are tied 2-2. Chase has 1. Very low scoring trivia match here.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Mine is gettable. It really is.
Come on.
Name the 2 UFC fighters in the main event pay-per-view this weekend.
Why do I always forget these things, man?
Oh,
my gosh.
It's
Bro.
gettable. It's very
I know
gettable.
one of them. I can't think of the other guy. though.
Yes, I know who. Oh my gosh.
It's
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna say the one because I don't remember who the hell he's fighting, so I know I'm not gonna get this right. Is that fair? I feel like Chase is in the same boat. It's
so
Strickland, right?
We're both gonna say Sean Strickland, obviously.
Yeah, Strickland's fighting.
And I know he's
defending
fighting the
himself
dude with
versus
he's got a separated last name.
Luis something. Yes, he has two last names. Whatever.
2-worded last name.
Yes. All right. Just tell Spinny. I know we don't get it since we didn't name him.
It is Sean Strickland, and it is Dracus Duplessis.
There you go.
Exactly.
Dracus Duplessis and
I can only think
Sean
of Strickland, man.
Yeah, I knew Strickland would be easy. That's why I said it was gettable.
I figured
All right,
it was
Spin.
him just because he's been all over my Twitter feed the last 3 weeks, so it had to be him.
All right, Chase. What's your hard question? I'm getting this, so I win.
All right. So I'm pretty sure this is accurate. Please,
Oh no!
viewers, don't come at my head if this is
That's
not
not
accurate.
a good start. That is not a good start.
All right. Who was the last quarterback taken in the first round by the New Orleans Saints? I looked through all the teams, and there was way too easy of answers for most of them. So this was one I thought was a little tougher, but potentially gettable.
All right, I got it.
We are talking actual. They played QB in the NFL, correct?
I would assume so. Yes.
Okay.
Like he definitely.
That's a sauce response.
Yeah. What? I would assume so. All right,
Spinny, do you know who I was referring to when I asked?
No, I don't. Oh no, I don't. First round pick. Oh yeah, never mind. This guy wasn't first round pick. Damn, I'm struggling even thinking of names other than Drew Brees, who was obviously not drafted by the Saints. I think this is the only other Saints quarterback I could name that was drafted by the Saints other than Drew Brees. So,
bro, I might have to take this nothing. I can't even think of a single QB other than guys that weren't drafted by them. Derek Carr.
I want to give you guys a hint too, but I just can't because it'll be too obvious.
All right, let's hear Spinny's answer.
I think I might get it right. I think it's Archie Manning.
Boss?
I said I have to accept the L.
It is Archie Manning.
Let's go! Let's go! Yes, sirs! Let's go!
I was really
Archie Manning, only other Saints quarterback I could name.
I was really just hoping that this was not like we drafted him and then he got traded or some shit like that. But yeah.
Archie Manning. Let's go. Let's go. We love getting hard questions. We love it.
I would assume you guys would have got this one, but would you guys have gotten the last quarterback taken in the first round for the Vikings?
Yeah.
Was it Ponder?
Yeah. Bridgewater? Oh,
it was Ponder.
Teddy wasn't
so it might have been. No, because I think Bridgewater, was he the last pick in the first round or was he the first pick in the second round?
I'm pretty sure he was the last pick in the first round.
So see, this is what I'm saying. It might have been incorrect source. But I believe it was Archie Manning. So you guys can do your little due diligence on that after the pod.
Well, we'll give it to Spinner. I trust him.
Yeah. Bridgewater, number 32 pick in the 2014 draft.
Yeah, that's right. So that is weird.
Well, there you go.
Archie Manning, let's go.
I'm glad you got it.
All right, Chase. Thank you.
Yeah. Absolutely. I was
Appreciate your NBA takes and all the questions you brought.
happy to
You
join
weren't
you guys.
as biased for the Wolves as I thought you would be.
I know.
I would
Appreciate it.
if we come or if you guys have an episode either like the week of the trade deadline or the week after or whatever, it'd be fun
we
to
will be.
talk about some of that stuff because I'm addicted to my phone during that week. So
As
Yes,
we all
sir.
are. As
Yeah,
we
Let's
all
go.
are.
so
All right, Rick. Appreciate you, my brother.
yes, sir, guys. Talk to you later.
Peace.
Damn it,
All
Spinny
right.
wins trivia.
Oh, Archie Manning, baby. Let's go.
I hate that.
Now
shit
you won't
so
forget Drakus Duplessis either. You ain't gonna forget
Archie
that.
Manning.
Archie Manning, baby. Archie Manning. Yeah.
Like that old? Are you
Let's
kidding me?
go.
It's some
Let's
BS.
go.
That is
Let's
some BS
go.
right there. You know what? Hey, Spinny, you know what? We haven't done in a long time. I'll give it to you. You can pass if you want. You want your
Okay.
mini to Winnie? We haven't done that in ages.
Oh,
You want it?
that is wild. Yeah, I'll take it.
All right.
Wow, this is really fun. I haven't soloed on in a long time. What do I want to talk about here? Oh, I want to just apologize to Bus. That's what I'm going to actually use this time for not knowing the record of his basketball team and for not being a good enough friend to follow it. And for dumping his ass in trivia! Let's go! That's what we want to talk about in our video right there, is how
Hey.
good that win feels. Let's
I will
go.
give you credit. You said 13-2. You were one game off, right?
Yeah, but
Chase
it was a
said
guess.
Chase set a record that combined for 20 games when we played 16. So you were way closer.
Yeah. Fair.
All right. Wild card, Spinny. Not gonna lie, bro. Overall, it was pretty underwhelming opening weekend to the playoffs. A lot of blowouts.
Trash.
Man.
Absolute
Yeah.
trash. Like,
What
no
the hell?
game other than Rams-Lions was interesting in the fourth quarter.
None.
I mean, okay.
Sure.
The
Steelers cut it to 7, but like,
yeah.
did you
And
ever think
also
they're actually gonna win?
Philly made a little bit of a run there at the very beginning, but yeah, for the most part, like you said, never thought the Steelers were going to win. Never thought Dallas's comeback was going to win. Like, it was just a bunch of boring crap other than Lions Rams.
Yeah. Well, let's start at the top though. Texans, they obviously destroy the Browns 45-14. We're just going to talk a little storylines coming out of these games very quickly. Stroud, is he the best rookie QB ever, Spinny? That's my question for you.
Best ever, I don't know about that. I think Big Ben got to an AFC championship as a rookie. Obviously,
He's
this
got to be
is
top
him
3, though,
actually.
right?
Yeah, well, and the other thing is, this is him leading the team and being the best player, and the reason why. Like,
Right.
it's not
Yeah.
like a Brady or like a Roethlisberger
Yeah.
or like a situation where their defense is really good and they're game managing, like Brock Purdy or
Correct.
stuff like that. So you got to give him a little more credit on that one. Also, why am I blanking on their head coach's name right now? I did it again, just like I did in the
D'Amico
pregame.
Ryan.
D'Amico Ryans. If you haven't seen that, him telling the guy to intercept the ball and what to do exactly, and then they're working. That was an awesome, awesome coaching video. But I think Coach of the Year candidate, obviously in that group of 3, I think there's a chance he wins it. He kind of showed off what he can do this weekend as well.
Yeah, I mean, we said that on the pod last week or 2 weeks ago now. We said it needs to be Steichen, Stefanski, or D'Amico. So
Yep.
those should be your 3 finalists for that award. Hopefully, the NFL gets that one right. The other question I had coming out of this game: the Browns. I mean, obviously, the easy answer is, of course they do. But do the Browns go back to Watson?
Yeah, I mean, they are tied to Deshaun Watson. They are tied to him. They got no out, no whatever. It's fully guaranteed.
No shot they eat the money like the Broncos did for us.
Maybe, but I doubt it because they'd have to give him. They basically have to completely trade they're just the amount of dead money would be so much. I just don't think it's gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, they got to, but you got to just hope and pray that he makes some miraculous comeback, but it does not look good right now.
Agreed. Chiefs beat the Dolphins in freezing cold temps, reached anywhere from -20 to -30 wind chills. Wild. 26-7 was the final of that one. Simple question here. How cold does it have to be to postpone a damn game, dude?
I love it.
Like,
I mean,
don't get me wrong, I love watching snow football games, but there's a
yeah.
point where like this is not safe for fans to be at. Like there was like 20 people I saw hospitalized with hypothermia and stuff like that and frostbite. So I don't know, like what's the cutoff? Like -20 is not cold enough, I guess.
If I can endure Seahawks Vikes at TCF in the playoffs, the Blair Walsh game, if I can endure that in actual -5-degree temperatures with wind chill worse than the Chiefs game, I think they'll be fine. Crazy, the broken helmet thing was crazy though. That was wild.
That was wild. Do you have any questions stemming from this game? Because I have another one regarding your boy.
Go ahead.
Should the Dolphins still have faith in Tua? And kind of tied to that, like, should they sign him to an extension? Because he's due one soon here.
You think Tua's my boy?
Well, okay, Dolphins in general. So, like, I've just loved under the Dolphins.
Okay. I think there's a shot the Dolphins go a different direction at the quarterback position. I think Tua has some limitations. I think he's in that tier. He's going to end up in that Kirk Cousins tier where it's like you kind of want him, but you kind of want to get rid of him too if you can. So I think that's about where Tua is going to fall. Who is my boy, Mike McDaniel? He is here to stay, and I think I have a little faith in him. So we like the Dolphins' future, but it could come a change at quarterback. How do I ask this question? Did the Chiefs give you an inclination did they give you any early Patriots 2000s vibes? Because that's what I'm getting a little bit from them. Great defense that they're going to rely on, and an offense that's still ranked 8th in the league on the season.
I mean, kind of, right? Like,
yeah,
they kind of do. If I'm being honest, like that was always the talk back then, right? It's like, who the hell is Brady throwing to? Well, that's been literally the talk all season for the Chiefs. Who the hell is Mahomes throwing to? Yeah, those are some eerie similarities there. They really are. Next game, Packers. Wow. Destroyed the Cowboys. 48-32 is the final score after some garbage time scoring by the Cowboys. Spinny, man. This really pains me to ask. Did the damn Packers get it right a third straight time at quarterback? They did, didn't they?
This is why, though, I want to bring Kirk back and draft a guy and sit him for 2 years. Because apparently it's just the gold standard. Apparently when you do that, you're just always correct about who you get or whatever. Because work with Rodgers, work with Love, work with Favre. Except Favre did a little more of a sitting in Atlanta. But wild to me how they've just unlocked the formula, apparently. It's just the most maddening thing in the history of the planet.
Here, me and you, we weren't even convinced of Jordan Love halfway through the season, like calling him trash, basically. I don't think we actually used that verbatage, but they did it, man. They did it again. It pains me so much.
Now he looks like pre-allegations Deshaun. Now that's what the vibes that I'm getting from him. It's like, holy cow, is this what we're going to get? Because that would be wild.
Not going to lie, some of the throws he made looked like Rodgers, too, if I'm being honest. They really did. Like, off the back foot, just, like, weird throws. Like, oh, man. Cowboys
99 QBR, 157 rating.
90, like, absurd. I had a different question. I was going to ask you what the hell the Cowboys need to fix this offseason, and I was going to reference getting a new damn coach, but apparently we're keeping Mike McCarthy in-house for another season. Spinny, is this the right move? No way you think it is, right?
No, it's not. How many playoff games do we have to come and just seem blatantly unprepared? Like, what was going on between Dak and CeeDee? I don't understand. I don't get it. Like,
after killing it all year.
I understand losing, and I understand like the Packers had a good game, but you are the Dallas Cowboys at home with your roster. You should never get blown out like that. That was unacceptable. Show up for multiple years in a row, and your best two offensive players look like they've never talked to each other before. Like, what is going on? It's like you can't. You gotta look at some. It's like you gotta look at the leadership. You gotta
absolutely preparation. The players, how prepared players are, falls on the coaches. 100%.
Yeah.
Kind of breaking news here, Spinny. Longtime NFL coach Bill O'Brien joins Ohio State Buckeyes as their new offensive coordinator. Wow, that was an interesting hire. Didn't see that coming. Next game, the only good one, as we mentioned. Lions, they escaped the Rams 24-23. My one question for you, Spinny. Who won the Stafford-Goff trade?
I mean, obviously the Rams won a Super Bowl, so they won it. Definitely won it. But it's been cool seeing it even out more. I think Laporta and Gibbs were both products of what they got. They had to give up a little more to get both those guys. But those are products. Goff has been playing well. And I think it's been good both ways. But the Lions definitely have, to just say, lost it just because the Rams got a Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. Bills control the Steelers 31-17. My question's kind of funny. Spinny, would you shovel snow at the stadium for hours to support your favorite team, the Vikings? Would you do that? No. Bills Mafia, man. Those dudes are different.
I mean, $20 an hour ain't bad. But like food too. The amount of snow that there was like so not much. Real. Like just not real, you know, like just video game shit. So like I wouldn't.
And it was also hilarious that they're like sitting out there shoveling while it's still coming down like crazy. It's like literally, you're not even making any damage to the snow.
You're just it's awful.
Actually, I do have one more question for you though, because to me, I've seen some absurd takes from people on ESPN and other major platforms like that. Should the Steelers move on from Mike Tomlin? I've actually seen people floating that around. What the hell are we talking about? We want to get rid of a guy who's never gone under 500?
What? Also,
what is this?
Can we get this man a blanking quarterback that's not absolutely awful? Like, Kenny Pickett's bad. You messed up. You got to move on. Mitch Trubisky already been moved on from by a million years people. And you just started Mason Rudolph in a playoff game and actually almost made it competitive somehow.
Yeah.
Like, stop it.
It's not Tomlin's fault. Stop throwing this out there, please. Like that made me the most mad out of any storyline to come from these games. Last game though, Spinny. Bucks absolutely murdered the Eagles 32-9. Did Baker earn himself a long-term extension of some sort with the Bucks?
Probably not. Bucks probably gonna draft a guy, but maybe a little 2-year extension or something light, but probably not too much. I think we know what Baker is at this point. Now, if he beats the Niners, right? No. Who are they playing? Sorry. If he beats
the Lions.
Lions. If he beats the Lions and takes his team to the NFC Championship, I think there's a different kind of chance.
Then they're going to.
But but probably not.
Last question.
Sirianni on the hot seat?
I was actually just about to ask that too. Sirianni.
All right.
This falls to me. Obviously, he's not a legendary coach like Tomlin, but it falls into the same category. Like, Sirianni's not the problem in my eyes. You lost your defensive and offensive coordinator before the season. Like, struggles should have happened, and they did. You know what I mean? So, like, I see too many people calling for Sirianni's job. I don't think he's that bad of a coach. I think he's a pretty damn good coach, if I'm being honest. Like, their defense was terrible. Their secondary was brutal. Like, they have way more issues than Nick Sirianni.
True. It just seems like there's a little bit of a culture issue. Like that's the one
That's
thing where
fair.
it
That is fair.
definitely seems like that, which is crazy because last year when they were drafting Jalen Carter, we were talking about how they had this amazing
Literally.
culture that was gonna turn this guy around, and now it doesn't seem like that's the same culture we're looking at. Does this make you question Jalen Hurts at all?
It does a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was not happy with Jalen Hurts' leadership in that game. He kind of just was kind of just sitting around. You know, if
He
you're the
looks like he
quarterback,
shut down, right?
it looked like he shut down. Looked like he did not want to be there. You're the quarterback. You're the leader of the team. You're supposed to be when things aren't going well like that. You're supposed to be on the sideline, getting everyone hyped up and motivated and believing in themselves and each other. Right? He did none of that shit. None of it.
Either that
Like,
or chewing ass. One of the two. You got to be
dude, you
doing
have
one of
to
those two
you have
things.
to be your inspirational leader, or you have to be
Yeah.
the hard nosed one that's going to get after you. You can't
Yeah.
sit there and do nothing. You can,
No, you can't.
we're talking
You can't.
quarterback here, the most
Yep.
important position in all of sports. Like, I was very disappointed with Jalen Hurts.
And my other big thing, they were having a little bit of success with the read option and the slant off of it.
Yeah,
You
then they
saw
just
it with that Devontae
went
Smith
away.
play, and then they
Yeah.
just never ran any type of middle of the field slant with Devontae or ever put
What
him in
was
the middle of
that?
the field the rest of the game. Unreal stuff too. So that's a little bit where I'm like, okay, Sirianni, like
Yeah,
what
that's
are you putting the ball in the hands of your playmakers or what? And they do it with AJ Brown. So what's the difference? Smith was
right.
absolutely on a different level that night. So couple of questions for him, but I agree. Philly has bigger issues.
NFL divisional round. Spinny and I are tied 3-3 so far in our playoff challenge. This round, correct picks are worth 2 points, Spinny, okay? We will start in order with the Saturday game. Kickoff this weekend, we have the Texans facing the Ravens. I am obviously going to take the Ravens. I do think the 2-week hangover is a thing. We've seen it time and time again in the NFL. But the Ravens have been too elite this year. They will still hold on and win this game. I'm not a fan of that 9-point spread, though.
Could I get you to take Houston with the spread?
What? Yeah, I'll go Houston +9.
Okay, I'll take Baltimore then.
Okay. Baltimore outright?
Yeah.
You should do by the spread too.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think you should.
See, but I want us to pick different. So you can have Baltimore, and I'll take Houston plus the points if you want. I'm game either way.
I'm doing it.
All right, you take Houston plus the points.
This next one, though, I will not be taking the points. I do actually think there's a chance it is a double-digit L for the Packers. We have 7:15 p.m. game Saturday night, Packers visiting the Niners. The Avengers are here, right? That's what we call them when the Niners are actually fully healthy. They are fully healthy. Avengers are assembled. This team is way too well coached to have any sort of 2-week hangover from not playing these last 2 weeks. They're winning this game. No doubt about it.
Agreed.
I'd be so freaking shocked if Packers win and also insanely pissed off.
So you give me Packers +10?
Do you want it?
Would you give it to me?
We're sitting at the line. It's 9.5.
No, +10.
No.
You'll give me 9.5? You won't give me a push at you won't give me a push at 10? No push at 10, huh?
All right, I'll give you +10. You really want it? Because I feel like you know.
No, I'm taking the Niners. Niners.
I was gonna say. All right, Sunday, 2 p.m. Kind of a weird start for a game, but I do like it. It means the night game is actually fairly early. The Lions are hosting the Bucks. 6.5-point favorites for the Lions. I feel like that's probably about right. I'm going to go Lions at home. I went against them last week. I was more worried about the Rams taking down the Lions than the Bucks, if that makes any sense. Like, I think the Rams are better than the Bucks. So,
agreed. And coach and quarterback. Last week, Dan Campbell outcoached Sean McVay. Like I said on the Al Travis show this morning, but even if that doesn't happen, that level of coaching, I don't think Todd Bowles is in that conversation. So I'm taking Dan Campbell, and I'm definitely taking Goff over Baker right now. And that also is with the Lions having a better roster all around and playing at home. So I don't see how you couldn't take the Lions in this game.
Last game. So freaking excited for this game, Spinny.
This
This is
game's
going to be
yeah.
so freaking lit. Hey, Bills Mafia, Josh Allen, all you guys better back it up. All you've been saying these last couple years is get Mahomes out of KC, right? Well, he's coming. He's coming to you. So you guys better freaking win. That's all I got to say to Bills Mafia. With that being said, I'm taking the Chiefs. They're still going to win this game. I'm sorry. I can't pick against Pat Mahomes, even though I actually do like how the Bills are playing this year as opposed to past years heading into the playoffs. So
I
I kind
just
of want to
wish
take the
I
Bills.
had I wish I had the guts to take the Bills because I
That's what I'm saying.
really, really, really want to.
That's what I'm saying. But I can't.
Taking the Chiefs. Golly. So the only difference we got is Houston and the Ravens.
I had the spread.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. You had +7, right.
I'm going to be up 7 this week. Let's go.
No, you're not. You mean up
All right,
1? Aren't we tied?
we're tied. They're worth 2 points. So.
Oh, up 2 points. Fine.
Well, actually, this could get weird. We could still actually be tied because obviously I could hit the spread and Ravens still win.
No, if
So if I
you
get
hit
the spread, you don't get it. Is what you're saying.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was going to say, otherwise that didn't really make sense.
No, yeah.
All right, Spinny, I do have a quick Q&A for you, and then we'll get our listeners on the road. Top 5 incoming rookies, dynasty football-wise.
Marvin Harrison, number 1, probably, depending on your format, right? If you're in a 1-quarterback format, definitely Marvin Harrison. 2-quarterback format, probably still Marvin Harrison, just slightly.
Try to not pick Williams, May, or Daniels, the 3 quarterbacks. So let's try to focus on position players. So Marv for sure. Odunze, Rome Odunze.
Odunze's in there. Well, there's one other receiver too that we're
Neighbors,
missing.
LSU.
Yeah, but Neighbors, yep.
There's another one too. What's his name?
Do we have a running back? I'm trying to think who the best running back is going to be. Sorry, I'm trying to do a little on the live research about this one.
Coleman, the receiver. He'll be up there.
Top running
back.
Yeah, top running backs from Kuiper. Jonathan Brooks from Texas. I forgot about him. Trey Benson, Florida State, as well as Blake Corum from Michigan. So there's a little interesting ones. We'll see where these running backs end up. But yeah, receivers is mostly what's looking really hot here in this draft. So yeah, that is it. Great Q&A. I want to thank you, Hardies and Hardos, for listening to us this week. Check us out on all the platforms. If you don't like seeing our ugly faces, you can check us out on Apple Music and Spotify as well.
We're beautiful.
So thank you. We love you. Hug your friends and family, and have a wonderful night.